Welcome back, everyone. And today we're doing V for Vendetta on the Colonelcast. Actually, I'm not going to do the intro. You know what? I'm going to just read the thing, okay? I'm just going to do that instead. Yeah. 1 second here, if I can pull it up.
You're going to read the remember?
No, the other thing. Voila! In view, a humble vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fate. This visage, no mere veneer of vanity, is a vestige of the vox populi, now vacant, vanished. However, this valorous visitation of a bygone vexation stands vivified, and has vowed to vanquish these venal and virulent vermin, vanguarding vice and vouchsafing his vengeance. Oh wait, no, I've read the wrong line. Whatever. And vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition. The only verdict is vengeance, a vendetta, held as a votive, not in vain, for the value and veracity of such shall one day vindicate the vigilant and the virtuous. Verily, this vichyssoise verbiage veers most verbose, so let me simply add that it is my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me V.
Wow.
Hello, V.
Whatever.
When he did it in the movie, it sounded so cool, okay?
It was so fucking good when Hugo Weaving sang it.
Well, you know, he had takes. He had multiple takes, okay?
Yeah, I think his first couple takes probably sounded a lot like this, honestly.
You know what? I'll redo it in post, okay? And I'll perfect it.
Oh, it sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll do a voice change where it makes you sound deep and impressive.
That's definitely what I've done, and I have not just inserted the clip of Hugo Weaving from the movie doing it. Yeah. It's my voice changer and my flawless performance.
And then we lost all of the ad revenue, all 10 cents of it.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're doing V for Vendetta with Florian Vimzel.
Yeah, remember the 5th of November.
V-Rich Vikoy. Yeah.
All right, we're finally back to doing another dystopian future or alternate reality.
This really is our thing, other than Batman, is we just look at dystopias, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's what I keep pushing for because we're living in one, so it only makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you think this is a worse version than what we're in today, or is this better than what we're in today, honestly?
Well, I think it's better because at least the leaders may be cruel and fascistic, but at least they have like a goal in mind, you know, they're not like just like retarded, you know? Like Trump is just so stupid, he doesn't have any
These people are pretty
idea.
fucking stupid.
I mean, I don't know. And at least he's actually charismatic, okay, unlike Trump.
The leader's not. The leader doesn't make any public speeches, really. He's just whining at his subordinates and stuff, and then they make fun of him at the end. Maybe there was the one speech on TV. There was the speech at the end, I guess, but he was already, like it was cutting between him getting shot in the head, and so, like, you know. Yeah.
No, I
hard
swear
to make your point when you're also being shot in the head at the same time as as Charlie Kirk learned.
Jesus!
Oh my God!
Too soon.
You can bleep that if you want.
Well, he won't.
I might. I don't know. Probably not.
My freedom speech. My freedom speech is being.
That's true. He wouldn't have wanted. He wouldn't have wanted this to be bleeped. He wouldn't
have done that.
Well, Charlie wouldn't have wanted it. Is what I'm saying. But.
Oh. Well, that's what really matters.
Yeah. I'm sure he would have won. I'm sure he was. He wrote down. I'm sure he had conversations with his wife. If I ever die, please upload a video of you caressing my orange formaldehyde hand to the internet. Please do that as soon as you possibly can.
I want this. Yeah. I want this done.
No.
Please take over Turning Point USA, please.
Yeah. That stuff all, like, just the theatrics that everyone, like, they all immediately turn it into, that is almost, like, more upsetting than like anything Charlie Kirk himself did. That's like fucked.
It's pretty fucking funny. Like, it's not like anything I would have. And what's crazy to me is not just the right wing doing that, it's everyone doing that basically. Like CNN was doing it. If you dared speak out against anything he said in his life, you would be excised from the channel. Like, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, they got that guy off of MSNBC or whatever immediately.
Was it Colbert?
Oh no, they did get Jimmy Kimmel off for stuff around that, I guess. Yeah,
a couple days, and then he came back.
Yeah. Which, that was sort of that we can liken that to this film, in which a late night host makes fun of the wrong guy.
Yeah.
And is dealt with more severely in this movie, I'd say. But
he was so insane. Jesus, I can't believe
they should have killed Kimmel. That would be so fucking funny. As if like Kimmel gets killed for daring speak up, and yeah,
if they did a public execution or something of Jimmy Kimmel.
I love how they're just so like offended when you've mentioned fascism, but then they're also so happy whenever they get to do fascism now, and they're like, you asked for this, okay, it's time.
I think I would respect them more if they did like openly say, but yes, we are doing a fascism. Although when people do say that, it does scare me, so maybe not.
Well, I guess nobody ever says it. The only way, like no country announces that they're fascist. They're just announcing that Antifa is the enemy of the government. That's all they do. So.
Have you guys seen the one comic where it's like the guy is getting shaved and he's getting the swastika tattooed on his arm, and he's like, really, I hate to do this, but you've given me no other option.
Just made me. Yeah, right.
Yeah. And that's like, and then we got fucking like Alex Jones recently. He just grew out the Hitler stash, like for its own sake. Like, and he was like, yeah, you keep calling me a fascist, so I'm gonna do the Hitler stash. And it's like, bro, like, what are you doing? But yeah, it's I mean, what do we think of this film V for Vendetta, though?
Well, it sure is.
I like the comic book.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, is it better?
Interesting that they got this whole thing where they just have like a guy fighting fascism, and nobody's concerned about there being like violence, because we're in a time where fascism is ridiculous and nobody would ever like defend it, right?
Yeah, this movie, it's really just unrealistic, and it's never I know it was like in response to the Iraq War. I think they were kind of overdoing it, though, I gotta be honest.
Yeah, the movie is definitely going for something different, going for in the like political goals of it, and how it kind of is, this movie is set in Britain, dealing with Britain within the context of the movie, but the movie is really about how the U.S. Is dealing with the Iraq War at the time, and that is not what Alan. Oh, I was gonna say, Florian was very upset by what I just said, so he decided he.
I kept cutting out, so I wanted to
it's okay.
rejoin. So this you think that? So this is supposed to be about the Iraq War? I don't see that at all. Wow.
Well, I mean, it's mostly about how the country reacts to people who don't like the Iraq War and want to protest and not go along with it.
Yeah.
How is that what it's
the way
about?
The way the media treats people like that. It's the way the government acts in response to that.
Well, it's like they've taken advantage of
the time.
They've taken advantage of like all the fear and stuff surrounding this like incident that's happened in the past year, and they've used it to mass surveil everyone. Which I mean, V is like unambiguously just a terrorist, though, and he does blow up buildings.
He's an anarchist. He doesn't want like they really don't make a big deal of that in this movie, but in the comic, it's like very clear he's an anarchist. Like he doesn't want control. I mean, just blow everything up and.
I mean, you don't have to be an anarchist if you're just fighting fascists, and you just like you don't have to have any kind of ideology, because like any ideology should disagree with fascism, right?
I mean, most of them should.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I don't know. I thought he was more of a like attempted liberator. I don't know. You really think he was a terrorist?
Well,
I
I
mean,
mean, he does mass amounts of violence for political purposes. That is what it is, you know.
That
I mean,
is what
you can argue
terrorism
if it's justified or not, but like, yeah.
Well, I mean, you like the other word for it would be vigilantism.
Well, I mean,
He
in this
kills-
one,
That's so much smaller scale, and it's so much more like
yeah, he has a bomb set up to blow up that like entire news building of like all those people in there and stuff. So I don't know if he like maybe he's he's a master planner guy. He knows that they're gonna defuse it or whatever, just so he can get his point across. But like, I don't know. It kind of feels like he's ready to kill mass numbers of like uninvolved people and stuff, you know. Which, because under his view, like everyone's complicit, you know. Like there are lines in it where he's like, "Oh well, you guys you're all lazy and useless and whatever, and if you don't rise up now, then you're fucked and you suck and stuff, you know." So
Well, I mean, he's just like out for revenge, I guess.
yeah,
Like
what struck me in this movie and watching this with more having lived life and more perspective is that V is kind of lame. And he's kind of like just like a I don't know, it's a very like adolescent boy idea of what a cool he's got like his shadow gallery where he shows the girl all of it, like his favorite, quoting the favorite movie. It's like fighting a suit of armor and shit. It's like this is kind of lame.
That image of him sitting on the fucking couch with her with his gloves and his mask and his wig on, and he starts quoting the movie at her while they're watching, and it's like, bro, what are you doing?
This guy definitely goes on Reddit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I think this was massively influential on Reddit, okay? I kind of forgive dialogue because I think this is where they got it from. This is what they think that they were like back in 2013 when they were doing Reddit stuff, you know? Like that's
I can't believe
and the Anonymous took this mask completely and made it their own.
Absolutely.
I can't believe you're calling him lame. This is crazy. This guy has the best fucking dialogue, and he's so righteous. I can't believe it. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is this a literally you character, Florian?
He kidnaps this woman and basically tortures her for several months. Just is it weeks rather than months?
That was a funny prank. Yeah, that was good. No, I mean, obviously, I would be way more complicit with like any kind of crazy regime. You know, I would never do any kind of resistance.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's that plot point in particular. That like sank the movie for me, honestly, in a large way. Like I thought that because not even the fact that he did that,
or is it just the fact that it was done to her and she kind of
just the fact that she like doesn't give a fuck and she's like upset for a minute and then she just decides that it's fine, and it's like maybe in the comic is there like does she go like oh there's like a whole arc where she's like upset and she has to be like reconvinced or like radicalized some other way, or like
I know that the comic definitely feels more spread out than this feels, and like it's hard to accomplish that in a movie that's 2 hours or whatever. But like I don't remember specifically about the comic, but it has to have.
It has to have been better.
Like, yeah.
When she's kidnapped, they show her being like taken to other rooms and stuff, right? Like she's taken somewhere else to be showered. Is it just one of those other like 6 rooms in there, or?
I want the from his point of view version of that stuff happening, because like is he not wearing the mask? Well,
he must be wearing other masks because he dresses up as that one dead guy at one point, right?
Yeah, right.
So like he must just have like fake masks of like every like a bunch of people. I don't know.
Absolute man.
Yeah.
Is he just in wigs the whole time?
He must be. He must
on a different wig.
And he does like a different voice, kind of. I mean, I think I did kind of clue on at a certain point because you can kind of tell that one of the voices is his. Yeah. Which that obviously
Florian,
would not come across in the comics.
Did you suspect what was happening?
Well, I could tell that there was going to be like a crazy plot twist, and then it sank in more and more that it was going to be him. But I guess I did see this movie before, so
okay,
way back in the day. I mean, I
Yeah.
hardly remembered anything of it, so it wasn't.
Back in like the mid 2000s or whatever when this.
I guess when it came out, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's I did think something was up just because it seemed like a stupid direction for the movie to veer into. But at a certain point, I was convinced, like, oh, he's just going to save her really quickly or something. So, you know, I don't know.
Yeah,
think,
to be honest, that was like the most insane plot point for sure.
Yeah.
he just tortures her for like multiple months. Yeah.
Yeah, which I feel like that's like, that feels like something that you would cleave off of. Like, if this were made like 2 years before, like they would, in the adaptation process, they would have cleaved this off, right? Like, this is the sort of plot point where it's like, you cannot keep this in the movie or whatever. At least that would have been the idea, I think, before. Like,
well, it
any time
turns
before.
out that nobody cared about that, I guess, at the time. So I guess it did pretty well in doing the whole movie. You know,
I mean,
like people loved this movie, and
yeah,
I guess everyone has forgotten about how he just tortured her for so long for no reason.
yeah. I mean, Ebert gave it 3 stars, right? Like, he didn't. Maybe he took a full star off and he loved everything else because he thought that was stupid. Maybe people just didn't think this was stupid. I don't know, but like, I feel like it was so unbelievable that it like distracted me from the large chunks of the rest of the movie, you know. And I think it picks back up at the end with the action scenes and stuff anyway. But like,
I mean, if he would say like he did it so that he could know that he would trust her because he didn't give him up, then I would get that. But he's like, I did this for you so that you may be free. Wow.
yeah. So she's like free of her
He
fear or
cares
whatever.
so much. He cares so much that he tortured and kept her captive for that long.
Yeah, and it's
I
not.
How
guess-
much he cares.
I guess she developed full-on Stockholm syndrome by the end, so that's why she doesn't leave.
Yeah. Hey, he also didn't just like keep her in a room. He like stripped her naked to hose her down every day and like fucking shaved off her hair and stuff. Like that feels like it's like really stuff to do to anyone for any reason, let alone like for a theatrical bullshit one.
Does he beat her too? Does she have like scars? I don't remember exactly, but it seems like he might have.
I don't know how much. Like she looks pretty fucked up, kind of by the end of it. And that food is like the food that he gives her that like the rat turns up its nose at and stuff. Like that can't be healthy to be eating for months or weeks.
No, that was a very trained rat, okay? Because the rat brought the letters.
Yeah. Well, no, the rat hole just had the letters in it, and he said the letter was real, which I guess that's like, you know, whatever is for his pathos. He keeps the letter in, and he gives it to her, but like, you know,
yeah, that was like to her, that was the redeeming quality. It's like, oh, that was real. Damn, I guess the fascists do horrible things in their prisons, but it's actually him who did the horrible things.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like such a bad plot point to me, but I don't know. Like you can't have him do that, and I feel like that must be in the comic because you wouldn't think to add that in. So
that would be hilarious if they just added that and nobody gave a shit about it.
yeah, I mean it's just like a deranged thing for Alan Moore to put in here. Okay, I don't like it.
Yeah, it sure is wild.
Yeah, but yeah. Other than that, though, I think the rest of the movie, though, generally pretty good and exciting. Like there's all the action scenes are fantastic. You know, it's kind of cringe when he plays his music and stuff for the when the building blows up and stuff like that. But like that's all. I feel like a lot of this is like, oh, people have tried to imitate this, like the Kingsman franchise or like all that shit feels like this. So I don't know. It's sort of a victim of being like copied and regurgitated by internet people and stuff, I think.
I mean, it shouldn't be because it works well. It does everything well. I don't know how you can say that the music is not good.
Oh no, just the fact that he like he brings his own like opera music and he hooks it up to the emergency broadcast system and plays it and shit, and that's like bro, What are you? It's just a lame thing for a human being to do.
How dare you? That would be the best way to do a terrorism. Okay, there's no better way.
But he's not doing it to like scare people. He's doing it because he thinks it's badass and awesome, and that's why he does the whole build up with his monologue, and then he dances to it and shit. No, this is the shit like Arthur Fleck Joker would be doing. Okay, it's like extremely. It's It's like a maladapted, like, antisocial weirdo thing to do, frankly. I think. I don't know. It's no good.
What, playing music? Wow.
Well, like, just it's like something the Columbine kids would do and think that they're badass, right? Like wearing their fucking Natural Selection T-shirt and shit. Like, you know, yeah.
What, Natural Selection? The game?
I don't know. One of them had a shirt that's a Natural Selection, I think, you know, because we're the apex alpha predator and you're the ones who can't survive being shot with a shotgun, teenagers. Like, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just wait until they do to be able to survive shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were ready to evolve, but it didn't work.
It's almost as lame as going to a college campus and whining at people all day with a t-shirt that says freedom on it and nothing else, okay? These things are all...
Yeah, could you imagine just going to a college campus and just master debating there? It's crazy.
It's no good.
Like, out in the open. Oh.
Yeah. You don't want to at least put a... You don't want to at least have, like, an enclosed space or something, just in case. But,
Well, just in case, a shooter? Wow.
Whatever. Yeah,
fucking
whatever.
Hindsight, okay.
Yeah, but there's I feel like this movie overall, there's a lot of very good stuff in it. I think Hugo Weaving's pretty good, you know. I think that whole scene, it just did sank it to the point where I did give this like lower than Batman and Robin of a score on Letterboxd.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
What?
You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
But
insane.
It's just I wish they hadn't done that one thing, because otherwise I think it would be like a 3.5.
The music or the torture?
No, I'm fine that he's cringe and stuff. I mean, he is cringe, but like I'm fine with that as like being. It's sort of an interesting wrinkle to his character that he's like that.
I think he's much more likable in this movie than he is in the comic. In the comic, he's violent and much more like willing to kill basically anyone to accomplish his goals. Okay. And so like when he's doing this to Evie, it's probably a bit more like, oh yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no lengths he won't go to in order to accomplish what he wants.
That's like, I mean, that's fair enough as like a character thing. I don't understand, because I always, you know, when I'm reading or when I'm seeing an Alan Moore thing, you know, it's like I'm trying to meta watch it and like see what his opinion is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What like, does he think V is fully justified in everything he does, or like is he acknowledging like, oh well, any radical is kind of going to be a little unhinged as well, like.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, is there any other
prays to a snake god? So I'm not sure how to take that.
Yeah, he's a weird guy.
But...
Hey, before we start this next section, I'm gonna come in here with a little post-podcast disclaimer, okay? We start talking about political violence, both its morality and effectiveness, and while I don't think we're going over the line or whatever, I just want to make it extra clear for everyone who might be half listening that none of us think that any of the recent high-profile assassinations or assassination attempts in America are morally correct. And while the question we talk about here is at what point violence becomes effective in sort of a dispassionate, like realism kind of sense, we don't think they have done anything but raise the temperature and make everything worse in that way as well. So, not good. Okay, I want to make that very clear. Political violence is bad and not condoned by the Colonelcast. Maybe it's cringe or whatever, I feel like a moral obligation to make that extra clear in case what I said in the episode gets lost in the shuffle or something, okay? Thank you.
But isn't there any way that you cannot think that V is justified? Like, they have like such a crazy level of fascism. Like, anything that fights that will be good.
I mean,
like,
I don't.
Even if a lot of people die, it would still be better than like the fascism remaining.
I mean, I got in this particular movie, right, and then in this universe that they've set up, and with the superhero element to it, I don't think I begrudge him for killing like the news host or the fucking. I mean, I wasn't the doctor lady who was at the concentration camp and stuff. Like all these people seem like most of them are like instrumental targets to the regime's like whole.
Yeah, they're
system.
fine, but like killing the civilians, I guess, or the like the basic guards.
Yeah, non-combatants, people who are not like
Like
actually,
random
I guess
and stuff.
I guess most of them are actually cops, so I guess it's probably fine to kill them because like they're portrayed as like explicitly rapists.
Well, most of he tries to kill. I mean, he doesn't kill like the main detective, right, or whatever. But like, I think that there was the one cop who like confronted him. I think that was the main detective guy. And he was like ready to kill him. So
yeah, there was some kind of plan that he had with him. I'm not sure.
Maybe
was he supposed to spread the message?
Maybe. But yeah, I mean, it is kind of an interesting thing. Like at what point. What level of violence is okay and what level of totalitarianism, Like, exactly what moment does it become more moral than not to shoot Hitler, I don't know. I have no idea.
It's probably as soon as he invading other countries.
Yeah. But, like, but the thing with that is that's, like,
be enough.
But does invading Iraq, like, is it moral to kill George W. Bush in 2001 or 2002?
No.
Yeah. Okay, then
yes.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I mean, Jesus, Irish, that doesn't even make sense. Like you would just make him a martyr.
I don't know.
I guess you would always have that.
I mean, especially at that time, it was like vastly popular and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which I don't think that speaks to the morality of it, really. Like what people after 9/11 thought was a good idea, but
to me, it's like you can either say like, oh, well, they'll just somebody else, but it's just like, well, what are you gonna do other?
I mean, it would have been Dick Cheney.
All right, well, I can't do anything.
About the same, but
yeah, he would become full president, and I mean, it just seems like there's more people.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of a target-rich environment.
I think you probably should not have killed George Bush. For that, I'll say that. I don't think that's justified.
No, yeah, that would be absolutely insane to kill George Bush. Like, there would be no benefit at all. If you're saying Trump, then like anyone who comes after Trump is going to be more competent. Like even Vance. So I mean, like, you could argue killing Trump, but killing Bush is insane.
I don't know. What if
are you talking about correctness or are you talking about competence?
I mean, like, if
confused about what you're saying.
Well, like morality and like
competence,
whether it's like useful to or whatever is like a different thing, right? Like, I think to be honest, I think I like if the Charlie Kirk thing, if that was based on like, well, this guy is like an instrumental aspect of the propaganda thing, like I think it will do a significant like dent in like the ability of the right wing to reach like young men and stuff like that, But like I don't think that makes it a good and morally to like shoot him though, No, like, I could see an argument of it being effective in the long term.
I mean, you definitely shouldn't have killed Charlie Kirk. Like that was the worst possible target almost.
I don't think I think as a rule you should not kill people in general. I think when it gets to points like literally Hitler in the middle of the Holocaust and stuff, like I think at that point you kind of there's like an undeniable like, well, the suffering is outweighed by getting rid of him.
Like it's the kind of thing where it's like Hitler, at what point can you make that like statement or justification, and at what point are you either like you've now run out of, you definitely should have done it like months ago. Like,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
That's my question. Is like with Netanyahu or with dictators who are like entirely overrunning society's wishes in order to slaughter massive groups of people, like by allowing that or by safing for it, or in my case, if your taxes are going to do it, at what point are morally culpable for not even taking violent action is the thing. Like, and I'm not saying I'm going to go strap a bomb to my try to
Well, I certainly
kill
would not
anyone, but,
want you
like-
to say that, regardless
Yeah,
of
for
your
sure, for
intentions.
sure.
This is,
But, you know,
yeah, political violence, the podcast.
But
That's
yeah,
what
if we're
doing
talking
here,
about
yep.
how useful is political violence, how useful is acting, like it seems to me like the act itself is somewhat useful.
yeah, I mean, to be clear, I don't think it's
It's not good.
I don't think
but
it's
is it
useful or moral to kill because we're talking about real people who are alive or recently dead. Like it's not good that Charlie Kirk got shot. It is especially
Yeah, it's very bad.
it's very, very horrible and stuff, and I don't think it's gonna improve things, especially in the short term at all. Like I think it's just gonna be very, very bad for quite a while.
I mean, it's so crazy because it seems like Charlie Kirk dying is basically like the Reichstag burning. So now they can just do whatever they want, right?
I think it's almost depressing that I don't think it is, because I think they just have forgotten and don't care, because like they got like people pointed out they got like as mad about like the Cracker Barrel logo and shit like that.
Yeah,
and it's like,
right,
well,
right. And then a week
yeah.
later, it blows over and nobody cares anymore.
No,
and that's the
like,
problem
they're
with
still
making
outraged.
everything like well that's sort of the issue with like everything being like the most hysterical, evil, woke, horrible thing that's ever happened, right? Is like when something that's actually like really horrible and intense does happen, then like no one gives a fuck a week later. So like I don't know.
I mean, I don't see that at all. I think like this is the most outraged they've ever been.
I probably like a little bit more, but like I feel like still it's it's mostly
But
died
do you
down
think
by
it's
now.
still? Well, I was gonna say by now, Florian. Do you think it's still like at fever pitch? Like, do you think? I think a lot of the stuff they were talking about, a lot of that has died down, and like especially the stuff with Jimmy Kimmel. Like, if Jimmy Kimmel was still not on the air, I could see that maybe you can't make public comments. But also around me, a teacher was recently fired because private Facebook account. They were fired from their.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's not good.
So for regular people, there's definitely, but for media apparatus that are maybe afraid of Trump, I don't know. A lot of that stuff is just bullshit. Where it's like,
I think
order
you're
to approve a
underestimating
merger.
it. I think like when you're looking at the whole thing, how he's getting ready to send. Well, he's already sent the army to many cities, right? Like it seems like you might be like at the precipice of something really dangerous, don't you think?
nothing has popped off yet, is what I'll say. Like, people are like shouting at the soldiers, and the soldiers try to catch them, but they can't catch them, so they just get away.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
can't catch
It's so
them.
pathetic.
You know that they could use the guns, right?
I mean, yeah, it'll be silly like Benny Hill shenanigans until it's not, right? Like, I mean, there's a moment in this movie, right, where it's like, oh well, yeah, they're going to have all the cops on edge, and the moment something bad happens, then everything's going to all pop off and go crazy, and that's what happens in this movie, you know. And I mean, they're doing it, of course. It's like that's when the resistance will spark or whatever. But like, I don't think I do feel like they're kind of like part of the point is to egg on like, oh well, at some point someone's gonna throw a rock or at an ICE agent or something, and like that'll be like an excuse to do
Spiral
whatever.
out from
So
there.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely really dangerous right now. I don't know. I think it should not be underestimated for
Yeah,
sure.
but I think with Chicago, like Chicago kind of rebuffed Trump completely, where he was talking about something there, and like the mayor or governor of Illinois was like, "No, you better fuck off. I'm actually like do something about that if you try," and he backed down. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have people in
Well,
Chicago.
are they not
right?
in
Or-
Chicago right now? Like the troops are still in Chicago, aren't they?
I thought I saw.
I mean,
Oh, you're
Chicago
cutting
is
out a
where
little
we
bit here,
saw
too.
that pizza delivery guy run away from the ICE agents,
Yeah,
right?
that is a good clip. But yeah.
Yeah, the best. Wow.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait how we're gonna have like actual fascism, and this is how it started with all this goofy shit. You know?
Yeah. Florian, are you clicking in the background?
Yes. By the way,
What are you clicking?
Am I cutting out? Like I keep
think-
hearing you guys cut out.
Erich has been cutting out occasionally on my thing. I
Yeah,
don't
mine.
know if mine is.
Maybe you should rejoin real quick here, Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on, let me.
Yeah, I've been playing a game. Sorry.
What game?
Also-
Tell us. Now you got to tell us. okay.
Dwarf. It's Dwarf
Oh,
romantic.
did I hear that right?
Dwarf
You're playing a
romantic.
game.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
Listen, you're
Jesus
well known for your cookie clicker shenanigans, okay, Rich? Apparently, so.
Wow, how could you?
And I mean, I'm
The
also known
sanctity
to
of this
click
podcast.
throughout, so it's just, but it's no good when everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a problem. I try to avoid doing it while I'm talking, and then I go back to it, but sometimes I fuck up. So,
Ah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
None of us can
Yeah.
none of us care enough about this podcast to just
you didn't
close
hear
the
it.
things, so.
You didn't hear it in the first one, right?
I don't know. I've only noticed it just now, but I have no idea.
I
Wow.
definitely heard it, the first one.
Damn.
Rip.
That's fine. But you know, we're doing this after the Batman and Robin one. I'm not sure which I'll release first, but yeah.
Wow, this most relevant podcast about fascism.
It's more because of the wheel one. You know, I like to do the wheel one on and off. Oh god.
Right.
But the last one was a wheel
I
one.
really like Hugo Weaving in this movie. I think he's giving a great performance. In a way that if that performance was less convincing, the entire movie would just not work. You would
That's
just
true.
not go along with this guy.
Yeah. And I didn't even realize that it was Natalie Portman until I went on Letterboxd halfway through or something.
didn't know it was
People
Natalie
mentioned
Portman?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know if I'm not used to looking for her face or whatever, or I just
Face
assume that she's
blindness?
bad. I think I do have face
Uh-huh.
blindness or something.
Well, I
Genuinely.
knew that she was one of the actresses that own everything, but yeah.
She's not in a ton of stuff though. She's
Oh,
in the
she
MCU
is.
kinda, but she's in
She's in
Star Wars.
2 MC movies. She's in all of Star Wars, or 3 Star Wars.
Yeah, but she's not really I don't see her in she showed up in the new Jurassic World, or she showed up in this indie drama that just came out. She's just in
Well,
very
yeah,
rare,
no, I mean she
specific things.
was like this movie's not that recent.
She was in one of my favorite movies in the last couple of years, May December, which I really liked.
Yeah, never heard of it. was she the girl in we were talking about
She was
in the
in
other
The
one?
Professional.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I did know that was her when I watched that. No, I mean I was confused
Okay.
why she was
Yeah, she was a
12.
little girl in that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been.
Black
She was very
Swan,
good in
a
that.
famously fun movie.
Yeah,
I gotta watch that one at some point. Damn.
Ooh, we
I should watch that. We can do
Okay.
that on a future episode or the next one or something.
But it's
Yeah.
not dystopian enough. Yeah, we should
That's
watch it.
fine. We don't actually need to just always do dystopia movies.
Doesn't
I don't know
have
why
to be.
we've done so many.
I
Well, I
told
know
you,
why.
it's
fun
the
that
time.
we-
It's the times we live in. Okay.
Oh yeah, Jackie. She was good in Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's funny that we did all these dystopian movies and we watched 1984, and John Hurt was Winston in 1984, and in this he's playing the fascist leader.
Oh, is he?
That's a fun
that
thing.
must be
yeah.
very purposeful casting or something, right?
It's got to be for that very reason. Yes.
That's cool. But yeah, he's good in it. I did not recognize him or his voice at all, honestly. But yeah.
Well, he was a lot better than the Big Brother from that movie, so that's good.
Big Brother doesn't have lines though, because you're supposed to not know if he's even a real guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But his face was so stupid.
You're wrong, Florian. Okay, you're wrong about that. You're just wrong. He's very intimidating.
Just this random Slavic janitor just staring you down.
He's a strong working. He's a man of the people, and he's very strong. Okay, that's exactly what he's supposed to portray. Is a Slavic janitor.
Incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
so
fat.
That's fine. Lots of people are fat. I mean, not in 1984, but
Yeah. Oh, I guess we got those beauty standards for the rich are fat.
Yeah. Most of the bad guys are fat in this, or at least some of them. Two or three of the main ones, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean I kind of got these two confused, but one of the guy who makes fun of the dictator and then gets arrested, but he was helping Natalie Portman before, and she was taking refuge with him, so he was a good guy, but really stupid.
I don't understand. That whole thing is like the dumbest. It's not the dumbest part, of course, because we just talked about the dumbest part.
We just talked about that.
But that is an extremely. That's like the other thing that really bothered me is why did he do that at all? Like, and why did he think that it would go well, especially when he has Natalie Portman in his home, right? Like,
yeah, and he said that he would get arrested if they ever searched his home. Wow, you thought you wouldn't gonna get searched after that one? Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, he said like, oh well, what are they gonna do? The ratings are gonna go down for a day, and then the ratings will go up, and they'll tell me to do an apology. And it's like, bro, what do you?
Yeah, do you realize where you're at?
You live with someone who's on the run from them right now. Like, what are you doing? I don't understand that at all. Like that just seems like a completely because he's not like a dipshit, right? Like he knows what he is doing and he understands like I got to keep my Quran hidden. And
exactly. The Quran, like he knew for a fact that they definitely shall not find that Quran or else he'd be screwed. And then he just
it's very funny to me for someone who's not a Muslim to have a Quran just because you're like, oh, it's beautiful. Like I can appreciate and like I understand that like point of view. It's just funny that that's the thing he had.
Yeah, he says he likes the pictures in it at one point, which I'm like, do they have pictures in them? I guess they might for like a really ornate, like high quality one from back in the day.
Yeah,
like some monk spent 400 years, or not 400 years because they'd be dead, but they spent like
I'm not sure if
10 years of their life.
I'm not sure if it's supposed to have pictures because you're not supposed to depict Muhammad. So I don't know. Are you supposed
you
to
could do
depict,
pictures of everyone else, I assume, or something.
I mean, that seems weird to do if like making a book and you can't show the main character. Wow.
I don't know. Maybe that's a newer rule. It showed a few pages. He didn't have any pictures on those ones, so I don't know.
It can't be a new rule, right?
Maybe he's just talking about the penmanship.
It's very possible. It's like the not most recent, but like it's newer people that really care about it quite so much.
There's no way. Like all of the things about Islam are so old. Like they live by really old rules.
I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, so there's and he's also got he's gay, which they go into a little bit and stuff. And he's got the pictures that he can't have outside or whatever. And that's yeah. And there's they sort of lean into the gays are like bad and oppressed and stuff, but not like a ton compared to other stuff, I guess. Bad? Well, that in the movie, right? Like I wrote down the guy's opening speech because I was taken aback a little because I thought this was like a PG-13 superhero movie where he's like immigrants.
You thought this was like this is hardly even a superhero movie. It's just like a guy who doesn't die.
Well, yeah, I mean. But just at the start, the guy on TV is like immigrants, Muslims, homosexuals, terrorists, disease-ridden degenerates. Like this guy goes completely. He goes off on.
Yeah, he's really on one.
Yeah, and I like when you see before he gets killed, he's fucking.
He's in the shower and he's like talking
practicing
to himself in the TV. Yeah,
he's like trying to do it better for the next time he has to call out the disease-ridden degenerates, you know.
Yeah, can a man not practice his craft?
Yeah. He's got like a nice looking, it's like a dark bathroom and he just walks between the shower and the thing a bunch and stuff, and it's like an open shower. It looks extremely expensive, yeah.
If I had a giant shower like that, I would definitely do that as well.
Yeah, with the
TVs
monitor.
in it. Yeah. Did he have 3 TVs that like wrapped around his head so he could see himself 3 times? Or am I remembering that wrong?
I guess. Like I also do that though. I will like face in a different direction to do different things. So like, yeah, I would have TVs in different spaces.
I mean, yeah, you know, especially if you can just put them in the wall and like turn them on and off and they like disappear. That's neat. Yeah. There was a barbershop I went to once where they had a TV built into the mirror or something. But they didn't have it like turned on.
Wow.
But it was in there.
Wait, was it like a two-way mirror kind of thing where it's like
I don't know. I think it must have been. It was like, you know,
transparent?
like light can go through it and stuff. But like if it's dark, then
Right.
you can just see the reflection. I don't know. But like other ones were on, but they wouldn't turn on the one for me while they were cutting my hair. And they said it was because like, well, we need to see. And I'm like, well, why do you have the TV? Like, do people just sit here for 20 minutes before you cut their hair and watch TV? Is that like normal? Because I didn't do that. You had to sit in the waiting room chair. So I don't understand any of that.
Mhm.
They did have a big
maybe there was someone
Pac-Man
else.
arcade machine in there too, though. So it was
Wow.
weird.
Did you feed it all your quarters?
No, I don't think I had any quarters or anything, so I just didn't do it. Yeah.
So, anyways, in this movie, there's also this extreme like scarcity. So, is there supposed to be like a war on? I guess there's like
There was a
disease.
pandemic.
Yeah, there was a pandemic, and there's the
Oh, yeah,
war
I
of
guess so.
the Civil War in America, like sparked this and caused this all, which is funny. Like maybe this is in the future for the UK within the next 5 years, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not clear on when this takes place, if it's like 2005 or something, or like when the movie happens, because I don't know. I'll look that up.
Yeah.
Because
Would
I
be
mean,
interesting to know.
oh, it takes place between 2025. Oh no, and 2028, or 2034
God.
to 2038.
Holy shit!
Okay.
We're
Yeah,
living it right
perfectly.
now.
We are.
Like he's doing like the whole Trump symbolism too, where it's like where Trump is basically talking about the immigrants the same way, how they're bringing diseases and
They're bringing
and
crime,
eating
and
the
they're
dogs.
rapists. They're bringing drugs.
Yeah.
They're bringing crime. They're rapists, and probably some
Bringing
of
their
them are
best.
good people. You know, it is. I mean, it's. I don't think Trump is like. I think he's just like a dipshit, and he just walks into the fascist stuff like because he's very dumb and not tactful. So like I don't know. And like this, like he's clearly not like imitating V for Vendetta, right? He just is a cartoon Hitlerite weirdo.
Yeah, this is
so-
just how these people are. Is
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
which it's like absurd, but yeah. And you like
Yeah,
hardly need to exaggerate them for something like this. So
Yeah, if he was doing V for Vendetta, he would be V, right? He would make cool speeches instead of just like hate speeches.
well, I'm sure.
shame.
I mean, you know, of course they think that they're very freedom fighter kind of people and stuff, and they're taking down the system or whatever, right? That's like they're getting the deep state and all that, you know,
Yeah.
like it's all stuff like that.
Yeah, draining the swamp. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it's I do overall. I think this is not a terrible movie. I think that whole bit just really sank. Like just a couple of stupid ideas and choices really sank a lot of it for me and made me just not give the rest of it. There's also whenever they cut back to his backstory and he stands up on fire and he roars. I'm like, bro, what are we doing
Yeah.
here?
Well, that's the thing, is that
Why
there's
wouldn't
some
he?
amount of like, I think some of this stuff just comes across better in a comic book where you're just reading what's happening and it's imagery and you don't have to like put it to someone saying it, or you don't have to put it to a performance.
Yeah, you
So,
can like imagine that
something
his
like
roar
that.
sounds really cool. I guess-
Yeah. Yeah.
But the idea is like back then he wasn't like a learned man, right? Like he hadn't stolen every book or whatever. So maybe he's
Yeah.
he's like a rageful animal man at that point or something. I don't know, but it seemed like a weird thing for him to roar. So I don't know. Given that
Imagine
he's
you-
suave the rest of the
you-
movie.
You live that life and you're an animal man, and then a couple years later you're like a redditor.
Yeah, you read every book and every philosophy and every
Mhm.
Quran and everything. So he knows everything now. Yeah, it's I mean he's an interesting character, but it is like the real life. They did the Occupy Wall Street movement where they put on all these masks because that was the movie that came out at the time. And it's like I
Yeah.
don't know, those people like accomplished nothing, like less than nothing. So like I don't know, it's all.
Did they? Wow.
I don't think
Well, at
did
least they
anything good
tried.
come out of. They just stood there on the like in Central Park or wherever for a long. I mean, probably in the financial district, I guess. But you know, they just stood around and nothing happened. I don't think anything came of that at all. So
Yeah, nothing came of it.
yeah.
They were
That's
worn
like-
down, and there was too much factionalism.
Yeah, and I think V for Vendetta, like, this movie has sort of been elevated by the fact that it was relevant at that time when big political things were happening and people took that imagery. But I think, like, if that had happened like 5 years later, they would have been wearing like the Hunger Games pin and shit like that, you know, like it would have just been
Yeah.
No way.
yeah, like the it's like exactly the same like poppy dystopia kind of thing, you know. They would have done
come
the
on.
3-finger salute and the whistle, okay?
No way, man.
Yeah, they would have. Like, I don't think there's anything super special about this compared to something that's more viewed as like slop dystopia for teenagers or whatever, you know.
Well, it's not for teenage, just for one.
This movie's absolutely for teenagers, okay?
No, we got adult characters and everything.
Florian, this is the primary thing that teenagers love. Is
Wow.
fuck the government, fuck the evil fascists, fuck everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be better with my art and my knives, and I'm gonna stab everyone to death.
This would have literally been what the Wachowskis were thinking and doing, because they were playing like Dungeons and Dragons and watching anime when they were teenagers.
Yeah.
You know, like they would have
absolutely.
been. That's probably why they wanted to be involved in this, right? Is because they were literally V. So, yeah,
Wow.
I don't think anyone on the crew is like British, right? Well, at least I know they aren't. I don't know if the director is or whatever. 'Cause
Really?
They didn't direct it. They only like wrote the screenplay and produced, I think. But yeah, I don't know. But it's overall though, I don't hate it, but I wish it was better slightly. Maybe they could do a TV show and it would be
Read
better.
the book. Read the book.
Or yeah,
read the book.
I could always just read the thing it's from. Yeah.
I mean, really, just because of the torture screen, it's not that bad. Come on.
It's like the whole middle of the movie has the stupidest thing ever, and it's to me that is more unbelievable than anything in Batman and Robin, for example.
What, the torture?
Yes, just the fact, and the way she reacts to it and stuff. Like I feel like Mr. Freeze's reactions and stuff at all times are more realistic and grounded than the way she responds to being tortured for 3 months. You know?
Yeah, Mr. Freeze was fine. I don't know. People keep complaining about Mr. Freeze for no reason.
Exactly. It was fine. So I agree with you.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's not a terrible movie. I'm glad I saw it.
Well, I guess he just really wanted to torture Natalie Portman. Why not? Let him have it, okay? He was working hard for the revolution all the rest of the time.
Well, it's no good. She didn't. I mean, I guess she was important at the end, but not in a way that I think he could have foresaw, right? Unless he is like omnipotent and whatever, right? Like, did he know she has to flip the switch at the end because he'd get shot 20 times? Like, I don't know.
I mean, he could have just flipped the switch; it would have just worked. But he wanted to use his knives.
Yeah. He wanted to go and like physically fight all of them and kill them. He wanted to make the point that the behind the mask is an idea or whatever. And you can't kill an idea.
Ideas are bulletproof.
Yeah.
That was so weird too, because he's like actually bulletproof, but then he's also talking about how he's an idea. Oh my god!
He took off his stupid suit of armor that he fights with the sword, and he put that on, but it was already full of holes from when he stabbed it with the sword, so it didn't protect him. Yeah.
Wow.
If he'd gotten like a real piece of body armor for that, like all the soldiers used, maybe it would have been fine. But he wanted to use one from the 5th century for the meme of it. So I don't know.
I mean, maybe, but he was just like physically powerful, right? It wasn't the suit that made him like immune to bullets, right?
I mean, clearly the bullets must have been caught by that like chest plate, and that's why he didn't like immediately just fall over dead. It must have been, but like I don't know, because like clearly the point is like, oh, we show him, yeah, he had the armor on, so you understand it's a little bit more grounded. It's not that silly that he just survived 50 bullets.
No,
but it's still pretty silly.
They repeatedly say that he doesn't have eyes, and then he watches movies and he sees everything fine.
That's just because he's in the dark or whatever, though. He doesn't literally not have eyes.
No, he doesn't have eyes.
He does.
They
He's just in the
specifically say he
shadow.
doesn't have eyes.
They say that
Irich.
because like
Does he
whenever
have
they see him,
eyes?
they can't see his eyes, and that's
Irich, tell us.
Irich might be his internet might be dead.
Wait, I'm sorry about his
Oh.
eyes. What
Does
is
he
that
have
about?
eyes?
V? Yes.
Yeah.
They keep saying he doesn't
Yes,
have
we don't
eyes,
see.
but it's because they can't see them because he's in the shadow or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And they keep zooming in on him, and then he doesn't seem to have eyes. I
Well,
don't know.
that's because it's a stylized movie.
Yeah, it's stylized.
By the
Wow.
people who made the Matrix. It's got to be like that.
And they mention he doesn't have eyes, and then he doesn't have eyes, but that's just stylized, really?
Yes.
No.
It doesn't. It's
There's no
it's
way
an
he would have
artistic
been able to do what
flourish.
he's done in this movie.
Wow, and
He
I
set
guess
up
the,
bombs in this movie. How do you do that without eyes?
He clearly sees people.
Florian,
he has
how many
powers,
blind
okay?
people do you know who set up bombs all the time?
Is that a trick question?
Yeah, we're looking for the names of everyone you know who makes bombs for you.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put you in a room for 6 months and torture you and beat you and hose you down.
And you better be okay with it after 5 minutes.
You better be
Look,
okay.
I don't know anyone who's making bombs, okay?
You get 5 minutes to
Jesus.
freak out a little bit, and then after that you have to be okay with it.
Yeah, you have to calm down and be rational about it, okay? Just
I mean,
just
she
be
did leave him.
according
he
to your
had your
rational
best interest at
self-interest,
heart.
you actually shouldn't be upset with me and you should continue working with me in order to further our agenda.
She did leave him, you know that, right?
She did, but she left and then she promised to come back though, and she was like nice about it the whole time. She wasn't like mad when she left. It's
Well, I mean, he
stupid.
was still gonna blow up Parliament. Of course, you'd want to see that.
How different would V for Vendetta be if B was Ben Shapiro?
It'd be very, very good. I think that would be. That's a Daily Wire original that we should get. Okay.
We need to feed an AI bot that sounds like Ben Shapiro. We should feed him the V speech.
Yeah. Oh man.
Wow.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking look into that after. Okay, we'll put it at the end if I can find that. That would actually
Wow,
be great.
everything's AI.
I've seen people do AI Ben Shapiro before. There must be something out there. You know? I've seen AI rap
Always.
battle with Ben Shapiro before. That was pretty good.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But you know. And then he did a real rap afterward, even though he's on record talking about how rap is degenerate and bad or whatever. So
You know what else starts with a V? That Ben Shapiro.
yeah.
Vagina.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Well,
Not the wet
that would be
kind.
for him. It starts with a W though.
V word.
For WAP, he hates the WAP. That's his. That's
Yep.
he hates
Wet
it.
ass V word.
Did you see the? This is very off topic. Did you see the guy go FAFO in front of all the generals?
No, I did not see that.
That was in
What does it
Pete
mean?
Hegseth's speech. He said
Hegseth?
to all those who don't like what I'm saying right now, FAFO, and then he waited for people to
Wow.
applause, and no one did.
Nobody did.
Because they're like
Yeah.
60-year-old generals. They don't give a.
And
They're not
They
here for
didn't
like
care,
this
and he
dumb
just
shit.
called them fat.
Yeah, he called a bunch of them
and-
fat. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's just a drunk. Some drunk came on stage and he's like, "You're the Department of War."
Yeah, and he's like they know they're not like unaware that he's like an unqualified like dipshit, you know? Like they're
Yeah,
aware he was a
absolutely.
Fox News host
They're
who
pissed-
was in the National
they're
Guard for
pissed
like a
that-
month one day. Like that's it.
They're pissed that they have to be there.
Yeah.
I think like that's
Like I don't know why they thought that this would command respect or be successful. It's very dumb.
they're delusional.
Yeah. We're
I mean,
dating
I
all
don't
these
know, they-
episodes, unfortunately.
I
but
mean, they
that's-
like
Yeah,
Trump
incredible.
for all the same reasons. I don't know. Seems like that
But-
would have made sense.
The generals don't respect or like Trump though. They all hated him and thought he was a dipshit, and they like ignore especially after Jan 6, they basically like soft cooed him and like got rid of stopped following anything he said.
Yeah.
So
If
You
the
know.
generals had gone along with him, it probably would have been pretty bad. But
yeah, but I mean I think at least the generals, they take it seriously, you know, and they're like oath and stuff. I hope so. You know, we'll see
we'll
about
see.
how many you know, if they fire them all and get in unqualified idiots, but they just have the masses of loyalist
Yeah, they
soldiers. Then
probably
who
would-
knows?
Yeah, they can't hate him that much because otherwise they would definitely get replaced.
Yeah, I mean, they had people were before this happened. They're talking about when they brought all the Hitler people and stuff together, or all the generals together in that, and they told them, "Hey, your oath is gone now, and you got to swear a new oath to Hitler," and like half of them just did it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Or like I think most of them, it was like 3/4 or more or something, but I don't know. It's possible for things to get very bleak very quickly, and we're just kind of hoping that there's enough people with integrity at various important spots, Who knows, though?
Florian, would you swear allegiance to me?
To you?
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, good.
Yeah, if you don't, you're off the podcast, okay?
Yeah.
Pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Literally 1984. Damn.
Literally V for Vendetta.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do we have anything else to go over for this fine film? Fine-ish?
I think Natalie Portman looks really good bald, which is quite a feat to pull off.
And I guess so. As good as anyone looks bald, I guess.
Yeah. Also pulled off by Sigourney Weaver in Alien 3.
Yeah, that's true.
So good on her.
Yeah.
Well, I think that actually all women look really good with as little hair as possible. It's just that they
Wow.
they really don't want to do it,
As little hair as possible.
Yeah.
Are you a big
I mean,
G.I.
short
Jane
hair is
bald.
really good.
No eyebrows.
Well, obviously eyebrows. Jeez.
He said as little hair as possible.
Yeah.
Wow. Not a single hair. Yep.
Um, yeah. Cynthia Erivo, I think, pulls it off. That's the only other
yeah. I like the gif.
bald woman I can think of. I don't know.
The gif where she's like tapping her fingers against her bald head is so good.
Yeah. That's like that. I feel like those like gifs and stuff, and like seeing Ariana Grande and her on doing interviews and stuff. That like
Yeah,
opened like,
press
oh,
forward,
this is like
yeah.
a whole universe of like. If I were to watch
The
like
stuff
beauty
that I just have
bloggers
no
and
awareness
stuff,
of.
then I'd probably see a lot
Yeah,
more
yeah.
of this. But like I have no idea. Like these people they act and they talk in a very different way to just like this whole subculture of. I guess it's like Broadway and pop music and like very sensitive
What was
stuff.
it? The interviewer
holding
who
space.
was talking to them. Yeah, the holding space thing.
Yeah.
It was so funny. And
It
the
is,
like
yeah.
grabbing her pinky finger. Like
And just I like
that's just incredible.
I mean that's funny though because it went too far and like into the realm of like nonsense for them too, and they didn't know what it meant.
Yeah,
So, like,
exactly.
That's like an extra layer though. So it's very good.
Yeah, she was like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
confused. What is happening?
We'll share the video with you, Florian.
Yeah, we'll show you this. It's Cynthia Erivo holding space video. Okay.
What does
Well,
he
yeah, and
hold
it's
the
it's
space
that
bar?
specific kind of, at least for me, like it's a kind of internet speak, or maybe it's just therapy speak generally. So you would be saying it out loud, but it's like it's vocalizing something in real life in such a short amount of time that you just don't normally see, and then someone having to react to that in real time.
Yeah.
They're just bewildered.
Wait, Florian, I want to get your reaction. Okay, and I'm gonna share screen and everything. Okay, so we can get this. But I want to
So you
get your
gotta get
reaction
into
to
that.
this. Yeah.
Is it gonna have sound?
I mean, if you turn it on the
I've
thing, I think
seen-
it'll have sound, right? Oh, we gotta do
Let's find out.
a fit the
Oh,
puzzle.
puzzle.
Yeah, TikTok. Every
Is that
time
a
you like do
captcha?
anything, I think so.
I've seen.
I'll play this. Okay.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This week, people are taking the lyrics of Defying Gravity and really holding space with that and feeling power in that.
I didn't know that was happening.
I've seen it, yeah.
That's really powerful.
Mhm.
That's what I wanted. I didn't know that was happening.
I've seen it on a couple posts. I don't know how widespread, but I am in queer media, so
Yeah.
that's my,
It's really cool.
She
Yeah.
does
Oh my
not
God.
know what that means.
I've seen
And
it on
they've
a
said
couple
they don't know
posts.
what that means.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no
I
idea.
want to back up anything I'm saying by saying I've seen it on a couple posts,
Yeah, yeah. You know,
and I'm in queer media.
yeah. I've seen it on a couple posts in queer media. That's my explanation. Yeah.
Incredible.
Florian, are you in queer media?
Am I into queer media?
No, are you in queer media?
Yeah.
Different than into.
I guess not. I guess they.
Yes, you are.
They don't. How am I in it?
Everyone's in queer media. This is
know.
queer media.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, who's queer?
You best start believing in queer media. You're in one.
What does queer just mean? Gay again? That it?
It's
Oh
an
my
umbrella
God.
term, okay, for
Yeah, it can mean a lot of
many
things.
things related. Yeah.
I wish people would stop saying LGBTQ and just say queer. Okay.
Mm.
I think
Well,
that's it's almost a
I think that's
battle of the
pretty well-
factions of what or what like it's a common source of debate
gets
of like what
included.
term is the best one.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's definitely not the one with all the letters.
Do you do LGBT plus? Do you do the QIAP before the plus? Do you do
Wow.
where's the plus? You know, at what point? There's I believe a manufactured desire by weirdos to drop the T that I see sometimes. I think
Yeah,
that's a political like AstroTurf campaign by
a lot of people want to get the trans
Conservatives.
out of everything.
yeah.
Wow.
I hear everybody transgender for everyone. That's what I hear regularly from the White House Twitter
Everybody
account.
transgender.
They say that's there's like a post like the other day. It was from the White House Twitter, and this is the Democrat platform, healthcare for illegals, and then in quotes transgender for everyone, and it's like what it's
Honestly,
yeah.
when they say transgender for everyone, it sounds like something they want. Like,
Yeah,
it
I
sounds
don't-
like a campaign plank. It sounds like
I don't understand it. It's like I mean, it's just you like Trump will just say a thing and then they just pick it up and run with it with the exact phrasing and everything. That's like with big beautiful bill, and it's like we cannot. You can't just be seriously running with these things. That feels so culty and weird to like say it the same way every time, and like especially when it's that stupid. It's you know.
no, it's just
Yeah.
whatever. And like the event he was at, he sounded terrible. Like
Yeah,
he sounds like he's on his last legs.
yeah. Who knows?
Wow.
We can hope.
imagine.
But yeah.
Wow. Wishing for death. Unbelievable.
I'm wishing he's already 80, okay, or almost. So he's had his time. I wish him a peaceful bedtime in the middle of the night. Your heart just stops, okay.
Wow.
That's the best death you can
Good
wish
night,
on
sweet
anyone,
prince.
and I wish it for him. And also,
Oh,
it
wow.
would also be helpful for the world, I think, if that happened to happen to him. So
Yeah, I wonder.
no. But don't
I mean,
shoot him.
yeah, I
It's not
guess
like you should not, because I think that would make things way worse especially right now, if there were more assassinations. I think that would be very bad.
Yeah,
Because
sure would be.
V for like the whole premise of V for Vendetta, right, is that he's got the Guy Fawkes mask and stuff based on the gunpowder plot. What was that? Is Alan Moore saying that was like a good idea to blow up the House of Lords in the 1600s? Like I have no idea the context or the political time of that. So I have no
I don't
idea.
remember what he was. Yeah, what was he rebelling against? I do not recall. It wouldn't surprise me if he did think that.
Yeah. But they,
No,
I mean, to this day,
that
they
seems
burn that guy.
unlikely.
They burn effigies of him, so I don't know. Yeah.
What was the House of Lords anyways? Was that like the first attempts at democracy?
It was, I think the like king lived there and stuff, yeah. Yeah, it says unsuccessful regicide against King James of Scotland and of England, okay. By a group of Roman Catholics. So, okay, it was probably like maybe a religious thing, yeah.
Ah, jeez, not the Catholics.
Yeah. You know.
Damn, always these violent Catholics.
Yeah. They did posthumous executions on these people. Oh my god. They killed them and then they like strung them up and killed them again in a public ceremony. That's like unhinged. My god.
Wow.
Yeah. You know.
And then they still burn the effigies, yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
to this day, every year. For 400 years, literally. That's like a crazy thing to still be doing. But
So did the guy really look like the mask? That's wild.
yeah, I mean, at least that's sort of the idea, yeah, is that he had that. I mean, not, you know, he didn't look weird and creepy, probably. He probably looked like a guy. But he had, like, that facial hair or whatever, right? So,
Oh, he does look very weird and creepy.
yeah. A little weird and creepy, you know? I mean, he's in the movie, you know?
Weird.
Yeah. Guy Fawkes versus Che Guevara, epic rap battle. That one's a good one, okay?
Wow, would he even have anything to rap?
Oh, they
Look at this
come up with
picture of
stuff for him to
him. It's
rap.
so crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's just how they drew things back then. I don't know why. That's like a woodcut, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's about all we got for for Vendetta, though. I believe. Thank you all for watching, and remember to stay V.
Remember the 5th of
Stay
November.
V?
Yeah, remember the 5th of November. That actually fits and isn't stupid. Yeah, thank you, Florian.
Remember,
That's what we're going with.
remember
I love how they
remember
say.
the V of November, Roman numeral.
I like how they say the rhyme at the start, and then V appears not much later, and he says the rhyme again. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then they keep saying it, I believe, throughout. So
Not that often.
I like the protest at the march onto the building at the end, where everyone is just, the soldiers stand down and they're like, no one punches a soldier even a little bit, not even once. They all just walk by them.
Oh.
Yeah,
How
that's very sweet of
civilized.
them. Yeah. But thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Goodbye, everyone.